Now let's go to something else. Let's see how we can differentiate vectors, right? Because this is vector calculus, so we need to know how to differentiate vectors. Okay, so differentiation of vectors. So let's imagine there is a vector A, and the vector A is nothing but AXI plus AYJ plus AZK. Okay. Now what you want to do is, you want to suppose this vector A is a function of time, right? So this AX is a function of time, right? AY is a function of time, AZ is a function of time, and you want to get dA by dt. So what you will do is, you will differentiate individually everything. So you will do I into dAX by dt plus J into dAY by dt plus K into dAZ by dt. This is what you will do. Okay. So it follows all the general rules of differentiation. There is no issue over there. Now let's say you want to differentiate some small a into t, which is a function of time, and the vector a of t, and the vector capital A of t. Okay, so now this will again follow the normal chain rule, right? So you will first differentiate this keeping this constant, and then the other way around. Okay, so you have dA of t by dt into a vector plus a of t into dA vector by dt. Okay, this is how you will do it. Okay, all right. And suppose you want to take the differential of some dot product. Okay, then you will again apply the chain rule as you normally do. So you will get a dot dB by dt plus dA by dt dot b. Okay, and if you want to take the differential of a cross product, you will get a cross dB by dt plus dA by dt cross b. Okay, this is how you will do it. All right. Let's get to one last thing in this chapter, or in this lecture for now. So let's look at, right? Let's look at the unit vectors in polar coordinates. Okay, you have already learned this in the previous chapter. So let's see what it looks like in the vector formalism. Okay, now first let us draw a diagram. So this is our okay, let's imagine this is our direction I, this is our direction J, okay, and this is our vector. Okay, and so now we want to make this into a polar coordinates, right? So essentially we want to make it in this fashion. Okay, so this is our vector R, and this is the angle subtended by the vector with respect to the I direction. So this is theta. Okay, now let's say we project this R right over here. Okay, so this is going to become our ER, the basis vector ER, and let's write we are doing the same thing here. Okay, so this is same as theta because this is parallel to this and you have the same angle subtending here, right? So this is going to be theta. Okay, and let's see, and this angle here coming out from the tangent of this curve is your E theta. Alright, and this is again your J. This is your J, right? Okay, so this total angle is going to be 90 degree. Sorry. Okay, so this total angle is going to be 90 degree, right? Because ER and E theta have to be perpendicular to each other, right? They are the vectors of the polar coordinates, so they have to be perpendicular to each other. And now if you see, this is theta, right? And let's draw this here. Okay, if this is 90 degree, then this is also 90 degree, right? So that it adds up to 180, and this is going to be 90 minus theta. Okay, alright. So if this is 90 minus theta, this is 90 degree, then this angle is going to be theta. Okay, alright. So let's look at it again. And this is your minus J direction. Okay, this is your plus J direction, this is your plus I direction, right? And sorry, this is your minus I direction. Okay, alright. Now let's break down this image. Okay, what we are doing is we are trying to reduce everything into polar coordinates. So let's write it down first. X is equal to r cos theta, right? If this is the point xy, right? And y is equal to r sin theta. Okay, so as we already know that we can get ds is equal to I dx plus j dy, right? We already know this. So we can write from here what is dx. Dx is nothing but dr cos theta minus r sin theta d theta, and dy is nothing but dr sin theta plus r cos theta d theta. Okay, so this is going to be your, so you can write it here and you will get right, you are going to get something which is ER into dr plus E theta into R d theta, right? Okay, you can calculate what ER and E theta is from here, right? I don't have to do that now. Okay, so this is ER and E theta. Okay, and what is ER? ER is going to be your I cos theta plus j sin theta, and E theta is going to be minus I sin theta plus j cos theta. Okay. Now let's see if we actually get this from the diagram as well. Okay. So let's look at the diagram again. So we had ER and we had E theta. Right, this was our ER, this was our E theta. Okay, this is our plus I direction and this angle was theta. Okay, so this is going to be this is minus I direction. Right, we had something like this. Okay, so this angle was theta, was 90 degree. This angle was 90 degree. Right, so this angle was 90 minus theta. If this is 90 minus theta, this is 90 degree, then this has to be theta. Okay, alright. So now you can calculate from here. So if we want, this side here is going to be what? It is going to be, so we are trying to write for ER. Okay, so this one is going to be I cos theta and this part is going to be J sin theta, because this is J, right? So J sin theta. So ER is nothing but, you are going to add it up like this. So it is nothing but I cos theta plus J sin theta. Okay, now let's look at E theta. So what is E theta? So you have to add up these two components, right? You have to add up this and this. Okay, so this component is nothing but, this is your J and this is cos theta, and this component is nothing but, this is the minus I direction. So this is minus I direction into sin theta. Okay, because this angle is theta. So you get E theta is J cos theta minus I sin theta. So both from the vector diagram analysis and from your calculating the arc length part, you are going to get the same equation. Okay, so this is just to show you that vectors also add up nicely. Alright. So we can also calculate ER and E theta from the vector R. Okay. So if we have vector R, it is going to be written as Ix plus Jy. Okay. So ER is nothing but dou R by dou R by the norm of dou R by dou R. Okay, because this is the unit basis vector, so you have to divide by the norm of the vector. Okay, so what is dou R by dou R? So now you can just write R is equal to I R cos theta plus J into R sin theta. So dou R by dou R is going to be I cos theta plus J sin theta into 1, right? Because dou R by dou R is 1. So you are going to get I cos theta plus J sin theta, and the norm of this is I cos theta plus j sin theta dot product with I cos theta plus j sin theta. So this is going to be cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is nothing but 1. So you are going to get ER is equal to I cos theta plus j sin theta. Right? This is, you are getting this from this method as well. Similarly, you can calculate for E theta. What is E theta? E theta is nothing but dou R by dou theta by norm of dou R by dou theta. Okay, so we can get so here what is dou R by dou theta? You are going to get it as minus I R sin theta plus j R cos theta. Okay, and this is going to be your R. So ultimately you will get minus I sin theta plus j cos theta. Okay, alright. You need to calculate this in the same manner as I have done for that, right? So what is dou R by dou R is this. So similarly the norm of this is the vector dot product with itself. Similarly you calculate dou R by dou theta and then you do a dot product with itself and you will get R. And then R and R can get cancelled and this is what you get finally. Okay. So I have shown you how in polar coordinates, for example, your unit vectors, even with the help of the diagram, you can see how you can get your unit vectors in polar coordinates, and also with calculation you can get the same thing. Okay, so I have shown you 3 different kinds of calculations here. Alright. So if you want to get now, right now you have ER is equal to cos theta I plus sin theta into j, and E theta is nothing but minus sin theta I plus cos theta j. Okay. So if you want to know what is dER by d theta, you now just have to do this differentiation. So you will get minus sin theta into d theta by, so we want to get dER by dt, dt. So you will get minus sin theta into d theta by dt I plus cos theta d theta by dt j. Right. Similarly you can get de theta by dt. You will get minus cos theta d theta by dt I plus minus sin theta, right, because differentiation of cos theta is minus sin theta. So minus sin theta d theta by dt into j. Okay. So if you look at this function, this is nothing but your E theta. So from here you can get dER by dt is nothing but minus E theta into d theta by dt, right? And similarly from this equation you can get de theta by dt is nothing but minus ER d theta by dt. Okay. Alright. So this is how you can carry out your differentiation of a vector. Alright. So I will stop here for now, but let me give you some homework problems before I stop. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few problems. So homework. A force F is equal to 2I minus 3J plus K acts at the point 1, 5, 2. Show that the torque due to F about the origin is 11I plus 3J minus 13K. Okay, so you have to show that the torque about the origin, what is the formula for the torque, is R cross F. So you have to show that R cross F is this. Okay, alright. B, about the y axis is 3. Okay, so about the y axis, we have already done a similar problem where in this video lecture where we talked about torque about z axis. So similarly you have to do the torque about y axis. Okay, and C, about the line. About the line, x by 2 is equal to y by 1 is equal to minus z by 2 is 17. Okay, is 17. Alright, this is the first problem. Second problem is prove the Lagrange's identity A cross B dot C cross D is equal to A dot C into B dot D minus A dot D into B dot C. So you have to prove this identity. Here obviously A, B, C and D are vectors. Okay. Alright. Then third homework problem. The force F is equal to 2I minus 5K acts at the point 3 minus 1 0. Find the torque of F about the line R equals 2I minus K plus 3J minus 4K into T. So this is T, okay, into T. Okay, so you need to find the force F at this particular point. So you need to find the torque due to the force F at this particular point, but about this line. Okay, so you need to do how it's gonna be. Alright. Then in polar coordinates the position vector of a particle r is MER. So ER is your vector, M is a function of time. So using the formula for the unit vector ER in polar coordinates, okay, using this formula for ER, find the velocity and acceleration. Find the velocity dr by dt and acceleration d2r by dt square of the particle. Okay, this is what you need to find. And the fifth problem is the angular momentum. These are all very small problems. You may think that okay, this is too much, but it's actually very small problems. The angular momentum of a particle m is defined by L equals mr cross dr by dt. Okay, show that dl by dt equals mr cross d2r by dt square. Okay, so L is also a vector here, right? Because r is a vector, dr by dt is also obviously then a vector, and so L is a vector and dl by dt will also be a vector. Okay, that's why these are cross products. So you need to find the time derivative of the angular momentum. Okay, so these are your homework problems. All right.